look at. It's about Mamdani, so you know we gotta take a look at it. But he's also just been doing a lot of shit. Where is it? This fucking dropped today, which is huge for Mamdani because people are wanting the Brooklyn Queens Expressway fixed for months and months and months and years even now. Like, look how fucking close that shit is. God damn!
I'm standing under the Brooklyn Queens Expressway. It's nearly 70
God, that's so cool.
years old, and it's long past its shelf life. While it's still safe to drive on, for now, we can't wait any longer. We're done kicking the can down the road. That's why we're announcing a plan to repair the city-owned section of the BQE, known as BQE Central. Before we talk about how we're fixing the BQE, let's talk about how we got here.
You think he's fucking forklift certified, chat? You guys think Mamdani is forklift certified? Because if so, and then like the cool thing about Mamdani, everything he does or plans, he makes these kind of videos that don't feel fake. This doesn't feel fake. This feels like someone who cares about his message and wants to share it to as many people as possible. So he's using the best platforms he can.
BQE was built by New York's most famous or infamous urban planner, Robert Moses. It was part of his grand vision of building highways across New York City for a
Dividing the city, by the way.
population that more and more wanted to drive their own cars. But Robert Moses is another video entirely. When he finished the BQE Central
Guys, Mamdani's about to start dropping video essays.
in 1954, it was only designed to handle around 50,000 car trips a day and last for 50 years. But here we are, 70 years later, with more than 130,000 vehicles driving on it daily.
That's crazy, man.
Including 13,000 heavy trucks. You do the math. This isn't a new problem. For decades, prior administrations have been trying to figure out a way to address the urgently needed repairs of the BQE.
Mayor de Blasio has formed a new panel to evaluate options to replace the BQE.
Mayor Adams unveiling a new vision for a reimagined Brooklyn-Queens Expressway.
Every year we don't do something about the BQE, it costs the city $160 million.
Yeah, and you're risking the lives of tens of thousands of people. Because, like, this could just, like, yeah, you could say, like, oh, it looks like it's going to be lasting for another couple of years. Like, dude, that could just go. That could go in an instant.
But all we have to show for it is this. So here's the plan. We're going to repair the 1.5 miles of BQE Central, which is the only part of the highway actually controlled by the city. We'll fix the aging concrete and triple cantilever section that's most in need of repair. We'll build a temporary road for traffic, which avoids sending tens of thousands of cars and trucks into local streets and keeps the highway operable during construction. This will extend the life of the BQE for another 40 years. This plan allows us to safely fix the current problem without slowing our city down and wasting decades more waiting while the BQE continues to get worse. This won't be easy, won't be quick, but we're done waiting on one of the city's most severe infrastructure issues. Let's get to work.
God, he's so fucking cool. What's Emmy eating? I'm eating ramen. Is that okay, guys? Can I chat? Am I allowed to eat ramen right now? Like, you guys aren't going to be mad at me for eating ramen, will you? I am curious about this TYT video.
Here since 2017. It just keeps on getting more expensive. And our landlords
And I'm not a huge fan of TYT, but I am curious about this.
are not coming through. So we need pressure. And we look at each other every day and we say, come on, Mamdani, help us out. And so he's here. It was amazing to see him in the building with us.
I cannot tell you what this means to senior citizens. We're on a fixed income. The prices of everything has gone up. I was really very nervous because I was just signing a new lease and I couldn't believe that this is like a dream come true. And for him to come to the building where the people are, the real people who need the help in New York City, you don't know how meaningful this is.
New York City is offering parents a free night out.
Mayor Mamdani says that he
This was crazy, by the way. I know this happened when I was taking my political break during my move, but this was crazy. This Parents' Night Out was fucking amazing. I don't know, man. It's like, you really see what you can actually do when you put a bit of elbow grease into your work.
Free night out.
Mayor Mamdani says that he wants New York City parents who haven't had a date night in a while to put something on their calendar.
While you're out enjoying yourself, the kids will go to their local recreation center for an
Literally just like the best thing you could possibly do. This is how you foster community raising of children and healthy family dynamics.
evening of full supervision.
Because, like, unfortunately, parents will get resentful towards their kids. Sometimes that happens because kids are a sacrifice, and sometimes you make that sacrifice and then realize, like, man, this is just a lot. So having a way to offload that responsibility for even just a night is like phenomenal for so many parents.
And structured fun.
We'll be good.
I
Pick up
okay, sorry.
What do you think your mom's gonna do tonight?
Clean up our house for my pet's birthday party.
Yeah, get that woman back in the kitchen cleaning.
True. It's a cleaning day.
What do you guys think your parents do for fun?
Work. We're going out for Jim's birthday. We're gonna go have tapas, and the kids are excited to play some games.
Thank you very much. We'll be back in time.
Maybe like sleeping at home.
Her birthday is tomorrow, so I'm actually gonna go pick up last minute stuff for her birthday. Yeah, and she was pretty close. I probably would try to get a massage. Oh, I'm so happy for this initiative, and I hope that all the parents and kids have a wonderful time. Thank you to the mayor for all you guys do.
Imagine they did shit like this once a month.
Special delivery.
For a really long time, I felt like I didn't
BetterHelp. We
fit
discovered
into
that you're a scam, right? Like, why are we still getting these ads?
Like an Amazon delivery.
And by the way, I know what they're talking about here because I worked for Amazon. Amazon just subleases its vans and stuff like to contractors, and then it's basically a way to prevent unionization from Amazon drivers.
It drives like an Amazon delivery.
Then it's an Amazon delivery.
Amazon is spending millions of dollars to convince you that this isn't an Amazon delivery. But all you have to do is see for yourself.
My uniform says Amazon.
If I don't wear this Amazon branded vest, disciplinary action will be taken against us. The workers' routes
Even though you don't technically directly work for Amazon.
and hours are set by Amazon.
So why isn't Amazon responsible for these vans?
Because Amazon and other corporations have built a vast network of subcontractors
That shield them from responsibility. Amazon tells these subcontractors where to drive.
Who to hire and what hours to work.
I do all the work that makes Amazon all the money.
This is why I'm proud to support the Delivery Protection Act, sponsored by Councilmember Tiffany Kalan. Because if Amazon is delivering your packages, they should follow the same rules of every other delivery.
when injuries and worker accidents skyrocket.
Amazon says they have nothing to do with it.
They can't have it both ways.
By shielding themselves behind these so-called independent operators, this trillion-dollar company is able to avoid regulations on our city streets. And that's why we want to pass the Delivery Protection Act.
I wanted to come and bring everybody a happy rent freeze.
It's going well, Nero. Welcome.
Okay.
Hello.
I know it's not yet 9 o'clock. It might be a little early for cake.
We don't care. Happy rent free.
Happy rent freeze.
Really?
God,
You
he's
don't know
just
what
so
that
good, man. I don't know. This is the kind of shit you love to see. Was this just a highlight?
But scaffolding takes away from the beauty of the city we all love.
Accept the status quo as bad as that may be.
And we find ourselves just living around it, on our way to work, heading home from a night out. And if you're disabled, or a delivery worker, or just someone with a bit too much stuff to carry, it doesn't just ruin your day, but it can actively make it dangerous.
Because the longer you keep the scaffolding up, the more dangerous, the building can become because, are they fixing the buildings or are they just leaving up scaffolding?
Well, I got the restaurant in 2012. The scaffolding has been for so many years. They used to call us, hey, where are you guys located? I cannot see you under the scaffolding. So
the only good news is when it rains, I have coverage. The smoke might go, but aside from that.
What a fucking W. What a guy. What a guy.
There's nothing good about the scaffolding in the city.
I really haven't give myself the luxury of imagining a world without scaffolding, but wow, what a lovely world that would be.
If you look at a map of the scaffolding that's up right now, there are countless sidewalk sheds that have been up for more than 15 years. It doesn't have to be this way. It's not just about public safety. It's about quality of life. So I made it a priority as part of my mayoral platform to see what we can do about this. We don't have to accept scaffolding everywhere as the norm. First, we don't have to do invasive, disruptive, deep inspections as frequently as we do today. We're increasing inspections from every 5 years to every 6. Newer buildings less than 40 years old can instead do visual inspections every 3 years and intensive inspections every 12. For the scaffolding that stays up too long, we're implementing 2 new laws that create new penalties for sheds that stay up past their welcome. 2 years or you're getting fined. Finally, sidewalk sheds right now have to extend out on the sidewalk and street by half the height of the building. It's a little excessive. So we're reducing the requirement to a maximum of 40 feet. Still enough to keep you safe, but far less in the way. I've thought a lot about scaffolding, and I'm proud of the policy changes we're announcing. But I know another New Yorker who's thought a lot about what scaffolding has done to the city. So I wanted to talk to him.
Should I be looking at you or the camera?
That's the eternal question. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. I'll put this up a little higher so my eyes
I was
are.
going to look at you. Scaffolding is intended to be impermanent, but it has become seen as if it is a permanent fact of life in the
God, he's such a good guy, man.
city. It is almost understood as if it's part of New York City's natural landscape. That as if the city for hundreds of years has had scaffolds. That's not actually the case. So much of what we love about our city is that it's a walkable city. And what scaffolds do is they really detract from public life. They make you feel as if there are parts of our city where your point is just to get through them.
Why was the scaffolding up for so long to begin with, in a way?
The original intent was around safety. There was the intent of protecting New Yorkers as they were pedestrians walking by any facade repairs that were taking place. But when you look closer at the rules and regulations, they don't actually have all that much to do with safety any longer. You know, there are sheds that are now basically known as eternal sheds. I was standing underneath the shed in October that had been up for 16 years.
16 years is fucking ridiculous, man. If my city had a fucking scaffolding for 16 years, I'd fucking lose it.
Because scaffolds are incredibly expensive to put up, to maintain, and if you reduce the incentive for having to do so, you also reduce the cost that doesn't just come with building housing, but frankly with maintaining housing, which also then has an effect on the cost of living in housing here in New York City.
Why hasn't anyone done anything about this before?
Well, I think there are a lot of parts of life in our city that we have just come to accept as if it's the cost of being a New Yorker or living in New York City, when in fact, these are political decisions. They're political choices, and we can make different ones.
True. Literally every decision you make is a political one when it comes to shit like this.
Because a lot of this has no impact on safety. It's just a blight on our city. Sorry, man.
Are you saying sorry to the scaffold?
I'm saying sorry to the scaffolding.
It's pretty interesting. Like growing up, you'd see like part or a street where like there's scaffolding and be there for like 2 years. And then the scaffolding's gone. It's like a whole new place.
Scaffolding will never completely go away, but it doesn't have to stick around forever. We can make these changes.
God, I love him, man. I love him so much. I thought this was going to be a video about like asking people what they thought about him, but like, Jesus, man. He's such a good man. It really does show you, it goes to show you how easy it is. Well, not easy, but how simple it is to like, I don't even know if I like simple. How you can just like do work at your job, make life better for other people, you know? I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense, chat? Does that make sense to you guys?